This person wants to know, am I the jerk for denying my childhood best friend? Said my best friend growing up moved away after high school. She got with one loser, had a kid and moved. She then did the same thing again. Now she's a single mother with a 4 and a 6-year-old. Her baby daddies both want nothing to do with her and don't see her kids. She feels all alone and she wants to return to South Florida to reconnect with old friends. She has nowhere to stay because she is not on speaking terms with her own mom. I am single and I have a 2-bedroom apartment. So I was asked if she could come and stay with me until she can get a job and a place of her own. I know what a nightmare the housing market is here in South Florida, and I worry that her stay could easily become permanent. I like living alone with my 2 cats, and I don't want that to change. I would hate to turn a friend away, as it seems like I am her only hope to this new life, but I don't want a lifestyle change. I've thought about putting a limit of just a few weeks to a month on her stay, but then what am I going to do when she doesn't have the means to leave? Just turn her and 2 young children loose on the streets? I asked her for time to consider her request, but I think I'm going to say no. Does that make me a bad friend? Would you accommodate her request?
Ooh.
Did you have something to say?
You can go first.
I don't think you're a jerk if you don't do it, but it all depends on who what kind of friend are you. If it's my friend, I let him in for a while because that's just how I would roll. But I also would understand, too, you can't ruin somebody's life as well. It's a tough one.
How do you handle it when the move becomes permanent and you now realize, okay, this is not going to change anytime soon?
I know. This is very tough, and I've gone through this before.
Okay.
And you got to be honest, and you have to set parameters, and you have to make sure that they're doing what they have to have an end goal, and you have to see them working towards that end goal. And if they're not, it's a tough one, man.
Okay, we'll ask the people in the KVJ TV chat right now. You have a friend and her 2 kids that want to come back to South Florida and move in with you. Is it a yes, no, or a yes with a deadline?
But even if you put a deadline on it, you know what the housing market is like.
That's what she's saying. It might wind up being more permanent.
It's probably going to be like more permanent or just like end in a big fight. Nothing good can come from this.
I don't think you're a jerk if you decline this offer.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I really don't think you're a jerk.
So we're just trying to get people's take on how they would handle it.
Yeah, what they do. I mean, if there was a parameter you could see, that'd be one thing, but Virginia's right. That parameter sometimes disappears.
On KVJ TV on YouTube, a couple comments that came in. One person said, I don't know, you could be the best friend in the world and still not want to do this. A single mom with 2 kids who doesn't yet have a job. It's going to take her a minimum of 6 months just to save up to rent anything here in South Florida. And then a lot of places want 6 months of rent between deposits. I mean, she could be in your place for years with this economy in Florida and the housing market.
Absolutely.
To me, it would have to be a very special, unique situation. A family member, a Denny's. I'm talking the inner circle.
Yeah.
And then I feel like those are people you can maybe trust more with a parameter. But to Virginia's point earlier, man, people are not going to leave.
Well, you haven't really been close to this person since they moved away after high school.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody from your high school ringing you up and saying they want to move in with their 4 and 6-year-old, and you don't have kids.
But I'm sorry, there are people in my life that are considered untouchables in my heart, and if they really were down and out, I would want to help them. But that's a small list.
Did me and Kevin make the list?
You guys would absolutely be on the list. But I think it really depends on the person.
I think if it's somebody that you haven't seen since high school, you guys are not close enough for this kind of...
Agreed.
Somebody said, look, let's be clear. She isn't her friend. She's an acquaintance. Friends would help no matter what.
Yes.
And it doesn't sound like you've been tight since high school, and things do change.
That's why you shouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah. And somebody else said, too, there's a reason why no one in her life wants to be around her.
Yeah, that kind of person is going to come into your home and create toxicity. They're going to take your peaceful, happy little pad and turn it upside down. And I don't think you're ready for this.
And I also do think it's okay to be honest with people and just say, look, I can't have you move in my house. My life is too. Just let them. Just be honest.
As it
I'm
is,
single. I have cats. I don't want children. It's okay to say that.
as it is right now, only 5% of people are giving yeah, come on in. Don't worry about it. 5% are saying, yeah, just move on in. We won't worry about it, whatever. 65% are saying no. And 29% are saying yes, but they're giving a deadline. So that's how it's breaking down. But an overall majority of people are not letting this happen. They just see too many problems down the line. And, why does she need to come back to South Florida? We got too many people here already.
We on the show don't even like her. Just kidding.